Hey there, everyone. Welcome. And hey, there was a bunch of Joe stuff talked about today, so let's talk about it. Let's first talk about those name drops. Starduster. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Okay. Starduster was never a favorite of mine. I mean, I did get the anniversary figure, and I still have it, but it was not one that I really broke my back to get or anything. And yeah, I just think he's that's going to be an easy pass for me. Nemesis Enforcer. Everybody's going gaga over this one. This is the reason I got out of G.I. Joe for a while. I did eventually buy his ARAH figure, and I did buy the comic pack he came in, mostly because he was packed with Lieutenant Falcon. And, I liked Falcon, and so I just said, at the time we didn't really, that might have been your only option for Falcon, so I just went, go, get it. And, but, and that was a good figure, but, at the same time, I was not over the moon over Nemesis Enforcer, and I never will be. They dropped Leatherneck. Now, Leatherneck's another one. So the 85 Joes are hit and miss with me, and a lot of the reason is because it repeats old MOSs. Basically, Leatherneck was there to replace Gung Ho, and I kind of really liked Gung Ho. So I was not happy to see Leatherneck hopping on the scene and replacing one of my favorites. I always had a little bit of, I don't want to say animosity, but just he never reached the same tier as Gung Ho did, or a lot of characters did. So that doesn't excite me too much. Xandar. That's funny because Xandar for the longest time was the only of the Dreadnought siblings besides Zartan that I owned because I missed out on Zorana. And I don't even know how I got Xandar. I mean, I don't ever remember actually buying him, but I had him in 1986, and it was a weird thing. I never really put it together. So with that, there is a temptation to buy him, just to have him with Zorana and Zartan. I mean, it's a obvious combination. It's one I have in almost every iteration except for Anniversary. Thank you, San Diego Comic Con exclusive. Grr, I've never got over that. So it's one I'm not opposed to, but I'm not going to break my back. But when I look around and all this other stuff does not interest me, then I say, well, maybe there. Okay, maybe that one. So, yeah, and here's the thing about doing this is it's going to sound like I'm shitting on everything, and I'm not. It's just I'm telling you what I like and what I don't like. First up, let's get these 60th anniversary figures out of the way. And supposedly these are paying homage to the anniversary figures from the ARH line. Is someone told me, and I'm like, how? First we have this dude who is, hey, can I do your homework? Yeah, sure, but don't make it too obvious. And kind of let's take a bunch of torpedo parts and throw a different head on it, and then throw some extra equipment. I'm not a fan of the price tag, $35. Yeah, I grant you they do get a lot of stuff, but $35, yeah, I don't know. So I'm kind of, not even going to worry about those. I know some people are really happy about these. Be happy. I feel like Balaverse has this area covered though, and that's just where I feel. So I'm not going to worry about that. Moving on, Scarlet. Now I can say something nice. Scarlet looks freaking excellent. Love it, love it, love it. I definitely will be picking her up. Duke. Well, he looks like Duke. That's the best thing I can say. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that doesn't like Duke. Okay, sorry. I mean, you can hate on that all you want to. I don't feel the need to get a classified um, scale Duke. Rakondo looks really good. Here's my thing. I actually do like the Tiger Force rendition better. The black and the yellow stripes do not offend me in the slightest. I think it's a good variation. I do think if this one had come out first, I probably would have got it instead, and then just when the Tiger Force one came out, I would have been nah. But now that I have I will admit when I saw this deco, I had a deal on a Tiger Force one, really good deal. Two, it was Tiger Force and Python Patrol, two for the price of one. And I just took it because I looked at the deco of Tiger Force and I looked at this and I said, I like that Tiger Force much better. And I always have. I have to admit, I always have liked that deco better. But, the Tiger Sting was not in my price range at any point in my life, so never got it. So yeah, I would have gotten Mercando otherwise. So moving on to mainline. I guess you call it mainline. I don't know. Let's see. First up, let's just get Big Bo out of the way because wow, there's a lot of things I don't like about this Big Bo. The one thing I noticed in the picture with his loadout, his helmet looks smaller in his head, which is weird, and it does also appear to be that way in the package shots. I don't know if that's the case, but if it is, it's really, really freaking weird and really, really odd, and I'm not a fan. I noticed in one of the shots too, he had bloody hands. I don't think he comes like that. I think that was just something put in. And oh well. Oh, the controversial one of Airborne. That complexion is just too light, especially compared to his past two figures. Um, the other figures that we've seen of Airborne definitely had a different complexion. And this guy's white, dude. I mean, I'm just saying it. I know you're gonna say I'm a racist because I think he's white because he's white, but no, this is not a this is not a Navajo. And again, I'm leaning towards the figures he had previously, and yeah, they were, there was definitely a skin color difference. So the fact people are ignoring that, I'm really amazed actually. But you know, I'm amazed people would say you're racist. Then I realize there's Hasbro's, man. They're all Hasbro's, so that's what it is. So moving on. All right, Techno Viper. I am pleasantly surprised. When I first saw the loadout picture, I was like, "What's that red thing?" And then I realized in this picture, oh guys, it's like this hologram thing on his wrist. That's kind of cool. I dig that. That's pretty awesome. Techno Viper. My with Joe, I got out in '87 because of Cobra Law. Cobra Law was my issue, so that's why I'm not as excited about Nemesis Enforcer. I've never liked Nemesis Enforcer. I can handle the sci-fi elements. I can handle the forward rocking. The second Globulus and Cobra Law came in, I'm like, no, out. I'm out. So, but Techno Viper caught my eye. Flashy, a very flashy deco, but I liked the idea. I liked the loadout. That was that Outback, and a couple others were the ones I bought in '87 before I said I'm done until '88. But anyway, so the star for me in this bunch is Quick Kick. I don't like. I was wondering how I'd feel about that shuriken thing, and I don't like it. I don't. But you know what? That's one accessory. The rest looks freaking sweet. I know why he has two swords. I don't ever remember any of his figures having two swords. I've got an anniversary version. I've got two anniversary versions and his regular ARH version. I also have the nunchuck that is said to be Quick Kick, but somebody said he was dead in the comics, so they decided, no, we can't use him, even though I was like, of course you can use Quick Kick. What's your problem? Yeah, Quick Kick, I'm happy with. Um, he's got the fudgy bar, and that expression on his face. That's just. Anyway. I can't wait to get him. He looks really good. So we'll go with that. I'm gonna hold out. I'm definitely getting Techno Viper and Quick Kick. I want to get Airborne, but at the same time, it's like, man, I'm gonna have to have, and I should say this too. The weapons they gave him, I'm not understanding either. But no, I'll let slide. And then I'm getting Scarlet. So that three definite, one maybes with Airborne. So yeah, I mean, it seems like that's decent. I mean, that's a lot of figures that I only am interested in, like three, maybe four. Oh yeah, maybe if I count Xandar, four. So yeah, I'm picky. I'm very picky, and again, it's all about this is me talking about what I like. So there we go. That's the gist of it right there. But it's not bad. It's not great. It's pretty good. Hopefully Alpine as soon as then I can have that comedy trio and be happy. I was gonna pass on Techno Viper, but seeing it, yeah, this is a good one. They did well with this. I'm glad. Boa, I was always gonna pass on, and Airborne, there's some issues, man. There's some issues. Anyway, okay, that's my viewpoint of all these here reveals. Don't forget to like and subscribe.